Welcome to another Improving Sales Performance Workshop. We have a special treat for you today. It's all about avoiding the sales shit zone. What's the sales shit zone, or the shit zone as we like to say? It's really simple. It's when a deal goes sideways. So let me break it down and tell you a little bit of how that happens. First, I want you to think about a buyer's journey. Okay? It all begins, right? We get to know each other. Marketing kicks in, sales kicks in, the relationship begins, the conversation begins. Then we have a value conversation. Hopefully we discover what they need and we share what we do, and it creates mutual value and interest. From there, there's usually an opportunity. That opportunity is where they're like, this sounds good. What's the next step? Next step is typically a proposal. Great, right? So now you send the proposal, maybe you present it, and what happens? Time happens. A week goes by, 2 weeks go by. Let me know if this sounds familiar to you. You send an email, you don't get it back. You make a call, they don't call you back. Guess what? Congratulations. You're now in the shit zone. Shit zone's really hard because you don't know what's going on. That's the biggest problem here. If you knew what was going on, you could fix it. Over here is sales. This is our goal, right? We want to close the deal. And I'm going to tell you something that you might not want to hear. You most likely created this shit zone. We have another workshop called Running a Successful Sales Call, and there's 3 things it talks about. First one is value. Did you create value on your sales call? This is essential. If you're a salesperson, you should always be thinking every time you have an interaction with anyone, that you're creating value. The second is next step. During this sales call, did you get a clear next step? If you didn't, your risk of creating the shit zone is super high. The third part of running a successful sales call is whatever this next step is, needs to have mutual agreement. You hear this all the time when you listen to sales trainers, but it's really critical. If I send you this proposal, will you let me present it to you? If I send you this proposal, will you let me talk to you about it afterwards? And can you share some ideas of what you liked and you didn't? Yeah, that would be great. Super. How about next Tuesday at 4 o'clock? Yeah, let's do that. You have a clear next step and it was mutual. That's going to prevent you from getting here. Okay? Now that you know how to prevent it from happening, let's talk about what to do if it does happen. If you find yourself here, what I want you to do is think about creating a whole new journey. A new journey. And that new journey is about value. And what I want you to do, and this is going to force you to be creative, I want you to think about that person you're selling to. What's important to him or her? What's going on in their industry? What problems may they be encountering right now, either in their job or at their company? And then I want you to put your researcher hat on and find the answers to those questions. It could be a book, it could be a blog post, it could be a webinar, it could be a conference that you think they need to go to. But that's your new point of value, and that's the new journey you're going to put them on. What do I mean? I simply want you to send them an email. Hey, Mike, I came across this link to a conference that feels like it would be a really great fit for you. I just wanted to share it. By the way, would you like to connect next week sometime? Or you make a call, and if you get their voicemail, that's okay. Hey, Mike, I was looking about this conference. I think it's a good fit. I'm going to send you an email with some information about it. Let me know if you'd like to meet next week. Maybe grab a cup of coffee, whatever it is for you. But what you're doing is you're beginning to create a new journey. And that new journey has new value, and most likely they're going to react. They're going to interact with you. And when they do, you get to explore what happens here. Because now you have a relationship again, and they are associating you with value, and you can most likely start to revisit this. And once you revisit it, then you can put your solution hat on, and you can figure out what happened, where you might have broken in the beginning, and take corrective action. And if you do this, there's a high probability you're going to get rid of the shit zone and go back to this point, and then you can begin your journey again. Look, I know this happens a lot and it's really frustrating. And what I wanted to do today is just tell you that oftentimes you create this. But if you get upfront about it and you follow these 3 things and you think about ways to get out of it once you're in, you're going to sell better. You're going to improve how you sell and the performance you have. Ultimately, that's what we all want. So thanks for joining us. Keep practicing before, processing afterwards, and being committed to being the best salesperson you can be. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.